Hey guys, we're in the fourth week of class, so I just wanted to touch base on a few different things that are important that have slipped through with some of you, and so I just kind of want to bring you back to focus on some of this stuff. First of all, it's kind of a good place to be. You're through the initial stage of the shock of starting classes and having all the homework, and now you kind of have a feeling for how your classes are going. Most of you are doing really well with this. And I do appreciate, like I've said before, how a lot of you are responding to each other in the forum posts and communicating with each other. That really helps an online course. The most recent forum post, or one of them anyway, about how you're doing so far in this course, several of you commented how you're getting used to having to schedule your time. And with an online class, that's really important. That's something I want you to keep in mind, that you don't want to just wait until the last minute to turn in your assignments or to start working on them. It's really good if you schedule time, kind of like if you had class. You maybe pick Tuesday and Thursday evening for an hour and a half each that you're going to work on your stuff, and that way you make sure you have it done on time. Just to be clear with the assignment due dates, instead of having them due on Friday at midnight, I've changed it to Saturday at midnight, which will then, it shows up as Sunday morning at 12 a.m., but that's still Saturday at midnight. And then if you turn it in by Monday at midnight, you'll get 50% of the grade. If you turn it in by Saturday at midnight, you can get up to full credit. So I just wanted to clarify that. The other thing you can do is, over here you see grades. If you click on this link, it'll take you to your grades, and it'll show you, like the deep thoughts here, you can get up to 25 points, so it'll show you how many out of 25 you got. If any of these are zeros, that means you haven't turned them in. Now, once the due date is over, you get the 0. If there's a reason for them not being turned in and you want to see if you still can, for partial credit that's still worth more than no credit, then email me about it and tell me why you need to turn it in late, why it didn't get done, and attach it in the email, because you won't be able to go in here to the assignment and turn it in anymore because they're closed at this point. But if you email it to me, then I can still grade it and give you some credit for that. When you do email me, make sure you include which section you're in, whether it's the W07 or W08. And even if you've talked with me first about turning them in, when you do turn it in, remind me of why it is, because there's a lot of students that I'm working with, so that'll just remind me of things. So it is possible to work back on some of these, especially from the first couple weeks, if there were some problems on getting things going or getting a good computer and different things that way. So look through here, though, and see. If you have a 0 for one of these forums, but you know that you did it, it could be that I just read it and forgot to give you your points. So if there's something you think is wrong in some of these, definitely let me know so I can go back and change all that. And this list will grow as the semester goes on and I open more and more assignments. I'm going to go back to the class here. The next thing I want to talk about is your Deep Thoughts papers. In here, I show you how to convert a Word document and a Google Doc to a PDF. And I've asked a few times to do that. I need you to start doing that. A couple of reasons for that. I can make comments on your papers, and that's helpful for you, but it's also, in today's economy, an important skill to have. So this shows you how to do that. So from this point on, I need you to convert those into PDFs before you turn them in. If you have a hard time with that, email me and we can work through it. If you don't have Microsoft Office, you can get it for free. Just Google Office 365 Student and then use your Midmish email address and you can get Office 365 for free, so there's no reason to not have Office if you want it. And I'm going to give you a week or two to transition into that, but after that I'm going to start marking people down for not turning it in as a PDF. So if you do have a problem with that, make sure you get with me because you'll start losing points on that. And when you turn in your papers, I told you in the beginning, I'm not grading like an English class where I want everything exactly right, but I want you to start getting used to that. So turn things in with double space, 12-point font, Times New Roman is a good way to go. When it asks for a page, make sure there's a page of writing, not a header on top of 2.5 inches with your name and class number and then this big space on the bottom so you only really have a paragraph in there. Make sure you have enough writing in there to be of value. And make sure with these that you're really involving the critical thinking. You're not just telling me about what you read, but you're responding to it. You're interacting with it in some way. That's really what I'm looking for the deep thoughts, and then also as we get into the personal learning experiences and then the final project, even more so. They're going to be more about that kind of thing. So I'm not going to grade you on the way you do your references, on the format, on your spelling, and all those kind of things. But I do expect you to start paying attention to that because it does matter at the college level. And as you get into some English classes, that is what you'll be graded on. So do the double space, 12-point. Make sure you start converting them to PDFs and use these, here they are, these two things to show you how to do it. And if you have any questions or problem with that, please let me know. Have a great day.